Richard writes, "Come as you are." I attended a church that said this for years. Come as you are. The part they didn't say was, come as you are and we'll fix you. An unannounced agenda was to discipline followers of Christ into an evangelical army, which was freaky for several reasons. One, the Great Commission was given to the remaining 11 disciples. Two, our only great charge is to believe and to love. Three, every word Jesus said indicates we're all going to be sinners. So gossip, innuendo, and backbiting, essential to political activities, became the daily bread of that organization. So while grace was preached, performance was the yardstick. While grace was preached, performance was the yardstick. Many new converts were immediately set to evangelical work and put sinners into the bondage of shame and guilt. And sermons used fractured pieces of Scripture to allude to things that ultimately benefited the church budgets, beliefs, and operations. If you weren't at church, you were on the gossip menu. I found my soul at odds with that church, which was easily explained to me as a deficit of my soul. Mockingly, I heard in my mind, look at me, can you see the light? Unfortunately, I was left unilluminated. Putting the law back on people is the sin of the Pharisees, Jesus called it, making people more worthy of damnation than before, using guilt, shame, and failure to keep the law to manage the congregates is causing them to become murderers. He goes on and talks about leaving that place and how happy he was for that. It's found all over. And I'm not saying there aren't good churches out there and good pastors. There are. And they teach grace and they show love and unconditional long-suffering. But if you come to a place that is throwing law down upon you and is feeding its system, using sermons to feed the system, run.